Hi, I am Aaron, and I am a cheap mark. I just woke up, well, I didn't just wake up, I'm just now getting out of bed. It's 8:45 in the morning. I watched NXT. This is Aaron from the Cheap Marks Wrestling channel. I do the NXT reviews. This week's NXT was different. It wasn't bad, but it could have been better. So at first we didn't get the opening hype package, with the All Out Life, All Out Life by Slipknot, opening title screen. Basically, we didn't get that. Of course, I watched it when it uploaded on Hulu this morning at 6 a.m. The first match was Imperium, which consisted of Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel, against defeating Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher to become the new NXT Tag Team Champions. There was a spot in the match where Matt Riddle was in the ring, and I believe it was with Fabian Eichner. He did a monkey flip. Riddle hit Eichner with a monkey flip, and Eichner hit Thatcher off the apron, and Timothy Thatcher thought that Matt Riddle intentionally did that. So great heel heat from Thatcher by leaving the match, and I thought Matt Riddle was gonna hold his own. He hit Eichner with the bro to sleep, and then he hit Barthel with the ripcord knee, but it wasn't enough. They eventually hit him with the European Bomb. 1, 2, 3. And Imperium are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. I rate this 3.5 stars. Not a lot of stuff from Thatcher. Mostly all Riddle. Even though Timothy Thatcher started the match, eventually Matt Riddle was brought into the fold. And yeah. Up next, I don't understand why the Hulu version of NXT or any WWE show, they edit out the women's matches, but I guess they're so short. I don't know. So the first one here, Tegan Knox defeating Indy Hartwell. I rated that 1 star. I watched the highlights of it on YouTube, and I mean, not much to say. Tegan Knox, great wrestler. Up next, I think this was my favorite match of NXT. Jake Atlas we'll get to that. Jake Atlas taking on Tony Nese in the NXT Cruiserweight title tournament Group A match. Great match. Jake Atlas with the upset on Tony Nese. Tony Nese is now out of the tournament. We will see Tony Nese later in the night. We'll get to that. Up next, Cameron Grimes against Finn Balor. Odd matchup. Odd matchup here. But before I get to that, after the tag team match, there was a vignette with Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux, and the weird song choice. They played the old Armageddon 2006 theme. I'm pretty sure they used it for Armageddon 05. It was written by Jim Johnston. Great artist. But yeah, we saw that vignette. Karrion Kross is a great worker. He's a great talker. I still have yet to see him on NXT TV. This is the first ever NXT review on the Cheap Marks Wrestling channel. Haha, I'm a cheap mark. And then we have Cameron Grimes and Finn Balor. Great matchup. Another great match I really enjoyed. Balor had most of the offense, and then we see Damian Priest come out and attack Balor in the knee with a metal pipe. Cameron Grimes hits the cave ending, or whatever it's called, whatever the leaping foot stomp. And he wins, upset by Cameron Grimes. And then Damian Priest continued his attack on Balor, revealing that he is the attacker from 3 weeks ago on NXT. Up next, we have Jack Gallagher taking on Isaiah Swerve Scott in Group B of the NXT title tournament. When I didn't really follow up on NXT beforehand or on this title tournament, I thought it was like a single match elimination. I was wrong. It's like a round robin tournament, basically. It's like a World Series or a Stanley Cup. You have multiple matches to see who moves on. So it's like a traditional sports tournament. But another great match. Jack Gallagher is already out of the tournament. So is Isaiah Swerve Scott. This was like the good match. Jack Gallagher with the win. Before that, I'm sorry. Isaiah Swerve Scott makes his entrance after Jack Gallagher. We see Tony Nese. I mentioned earlier that we're going to see Tony Nese later. Throws him into the steps. And Jack Gallagher, he's a heel, but I think he wanted a fair fight. So when my basic instinct as a heel is, you see your opponent down, you take advantage and you go out there and you finish the job. It's not what he did. It looked like he was about to, and then he backs off, lets him come into the ring, and the bell rings, and Jack Gallagher blasts Isaiah Swerve Scott with that running drop kick in the corner, that running corner kick. It is storming right now. I saw that and I'm like, it's over. It's over. Nope. Isaiah Swerve Scott kicks out. My hair is a mess. I don't care. I don't give a damn. He kicks out. And it's basically all Gallagher in this match. Yes, Isaiah Swerve Scott gets some offense and he hits the house call kick. I think that's what they called it. And it looked like Isaiah was going to win, but then Gallagher kicked out. Great storytelling here. Jack Gallagher wins. I rate it a 3 stars. The Cameron Grimes and Balor, I rate that 2.5. Jake Atlas, Tony Nese, I rated 3 stars. I don't know if I already said the rankings. I apologize. I'm still a little bit tired. Up next, we have Kaden Carter and Aaliyah. This match also was not on the Hulu version that I watched. I gotta start watching NXT on USA, so that way I get the full experience. But before we get to that, there was a really awesome announcement earlier in the night. So it pans to the control room with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. The next NXT takeover, they made a negative into a positive, and NXT takeover in your house. I'm excited. Also, today marks the 25th anniversary of the very first In Your House pay-per-view. Crazy. And then we see Road Dogg pop up out from behind the control panel, and he's talking about the classic moment when Hunter Hearst Helmsley wrestled Henry Godwinn in the hog pen match at the very first ever In Your House. I believe that's what it was. Yeah. Another great moment of Triple H's 25-year-long career. Great job. But yeah, we have that announcement live on the WWE Network on June 7th. NXT TakeOver In Your House. I'm excited. Are you? Comment down below. Then we have Kaden Carter against Aaliyah. Again, it wasn't on the Hulu version. Kaden Carter defeated Aaliyah. I rated 1 star. Saw the highlight of it. I love women's wrestling, but the way WWE does it, it sours it a little bit. Then we have our main event earlier in the night after the tag team match. Matt Riddle confronted Timothy Thatcher. They had a little brawl. And then later, more in the night, we had Matt Riddle on a video call with NXT General Manager William Regal, who granted Matt Riddle a match with Timothy Thatcher, which would be the main event. Before that, we had a little vignette with the Garganos, Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. The visuals, I enjoyed it. Not really much to say about it. They're eating dinner and then they cut their promos. I enjoyed it. I thought it was edgy and unique, and it speaks NXT. But up next, we have Matt Riddle against Timothy Thatcher. Earlier in the night, Timothy Thatcher attacked Matt Riddle after the video call with William Regal. So you would think Timothy Thatcher would have the advantage. Well, he does. But who wins? Not Thatcher. Matt Riddle. Timothy Thatcher gets Matt Riddle in the Fujiwara armbar. And somehow Matt Riddle is able to gain enough leverage for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Matt Riddle wins. Timothy Thatcher leaves the ring as Matt Riddle is celebrating towards the hard cam. Timothy Thatcher comes in, attacks him, and gets him in the Fujiwara armbar. Matt Riddle's tapping, and he's not letting go, and then he lets go. And I'm thinking, is that all? And then he gets it again, and he doesn't let go. Matt Riddle's scream. You sympathize with Riddle. If you're a wrestler and you get locked in a Fujiwara armbar, or any armbar for that matter, you know how bad it hurts. Trust me, I've been locked in a couple armbars. They don't feel good. And the look on Timothy Thatcher's face as the camera fades to black. The final visual is him locking Riddle in the Fujiwara armbar for the 3rd time, and his face is like filled with anger and angst. I rated this match 1 star. It wasn't that long enough to call it a main event. My favorite part of NXT that I forgot to mention was the Undisputed Era was in a video call with each other, and they were talking about Dexter Lumis and Velveteen Dream, and Kyle O'Reilly looks amazing. Kyle O'Reilly, I wish him the best. It sucks that he can't be with the Undisputed Era on NXT TV due to his diabetes, which is a high risk for the cough. I'm going to call it the cough because it's going on YouTube, and obviously YouTube has restrictions for talking about cough. Overall, my rating for NXT this week, 3.5 stars. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. I enjoyed all the matches that I saw. There wasn't a bad match on there. Yeah, 3.5 stars is my overall rating. So I would say about a C+ in the standard letter grade. The cons, Hulu, just please release the whole show. please don't. I mean, we pay how much a month for Hulu, and we expect to get all the programming. Other than that, I have no gripes or cons about NXT. I am Aaron Matthews, or Aaron Ahmed. You can call me a cheap mark. I don't care, because I'm glad to be one. I will see you next week.